tend to ask, what about women traveling to be by Rabbi Nachman for Rosh Hashanah? It's not fair. Only the men get the goodies, and the women have nothing. We're stuck with the coleslaw, we're tossed salad. There's nothing for us, chopped liver. What is this? So the accepted, understood answer, and the accepted and understood conduct for, we can say, the past 200 years, is that women, yes, have stayed home, and it's been very difficult for sure, and that women stay alone for Rosh Hashanah, which in their eyes is another festive occasion. There's a festive meal, and you have a woman sitting alone with her kids. In most cases, women are organized to be together. Wives whose husbands go, they join together, or women go with her families, for members of the family, or who don't go to Uman Rosh Hashana. The women take care of how to do it, and the men go for Rosh Hashanah. And it's never been easy. Like Rav Nosson himself said, women have always been against their husbands going away to be in Uman for Rosh Hashanah. And it's out of Hashem's kindness that Yom Kippur is right after Rosh Hashanah. That way the wives have to forgive their husbands for leaving them alone. That's a type of a Breslov inside joke that's given. But again, where is the explanation? The women are losing out, no? So what I wanted to say is the accepted, understood answer is that because woman and man, they're two parts of the same soul. They're connected. Husband and wife, like the Zohar says, are two halves of one soul. When a soul comes down to this world, it splits into two, half entering a male body and the other half entering a female body. And due to a person's sins or blemishes or rectification, you can have a delay that one of the two halves comes at a later date or an earlier date, which explains in many cases differences of ages between husband and wife. Sometimes it's very extreme. You can have a woman who's 10 years older than her husband, or the opposite, or whatever. But they're two parts of the same soul. Just the other half has been delayed for whatever reason and coming down, entering a human body, and then finally them for reuniting. That's again to show you the greatness of how much Hashem puts in to get a couple married, to unify and bring a zivug, a couple together. So in any event, he is going not just for himself. The man is going on behalf for his wife, for his kids, for his entire family. If now it would have been practical today to bring entire families to Uman Rosh Hashanah, then it would have been done, even back then. But today, especially today, where it's such a tiny village, Uman, and it's again a third world, going back 100 years. Anyone who's been there, it's like going back camping 100 years ago in the old land. It's old country. Things are not as advanced as much as in North America, for example. So things are not yet organized that ultimately families, men and women and children can come in their thousands and tens of thousands. Not to forget, there's now over 40 to 50,000 men coming to Uman for Rosh Hashanah. The place is packed. You don't even get to see the whole picture of who's coming and who's not, whatever. So because of that, there's on a practical level, it's not made up practical for a woman to come. Now on the deeper level, the woman for sure she gains, is because her other half is going there not just for him to have a good time and everything and to eat and daven and everything, but he's going there as a protective measurement for the entire family, as like going to the best lawyer in the world, which are the tzaddikim, to defend our case in the heavenly court, the heavenly tribunal, on Rosh Hashanah, which is the day of judgment. It's true, Rosh Hashanah is a holiday, it's a festival, it's a time to also be happy, not just to be in a panic mode. We eat, we don't fast like on Yom Kippur, we're eating. It's a serious day, but there's the joyous part, the eating and everything. Still, it's the overriding picture of Rosh Hashanah is that it's the day of judgment, and because you're being judged, you need the best attorney, the best lawyers. And these are the tzaddikim. The idea of traveling to be by tzaddikim for Rosh Hashanah. And again, a man he's the representative of his entire family. The whole family rests on the shoulders of the man, not on the wife. He's the one who signs in the ketubah that I will sustain and nourish and bring up the family. The man has the mitzvah of educating his children in the Torah pathway, not the woman. She's doing it as a bonus because she feels it her obligation. But the man has the mitzvah in educating, paying for teachers and Torah education for the kids. It's on the man. Everything's on the man. So him going to be by the tzaddik for Rosh Hashanah is really the representation of all the smaller kids, the daughters, the wife, the babies, whatever, that cannot go. It's the man going, and therefore no woman loses out. No woman loses out by her husband going to Uman Rosh Hashana and leaving her behind, and the temporary loss of not having her husband at the Rosh Hashana table is nothing compared to the eternal gain of having a man by Rosh Hashanah. And now single women who are older and don't have a husband, don't have a marriage partner, what are you going to say about that? Still, every woman in the world has somewhere out there a marriage partner. She hasn't yet made it into actual. It's potential, but it hasn't been actualized. And what she can do in the meantime is to daven that wherever her marriage partner is in the world, that he does go to be by this tzaddik Rabbi Nachman for Rosh Hashanah. Because again, it's not practically set up for women to be there. It's very difficult. It poses a major stumbling block for the 50,000 plus men who are there. And she cannot argue. So there's no room. There's no room to make it sanua and proper in a kosher way for both sexes to be in Uman for Rosh Hashanah. So again, this is the accepted, understood way that the men go representing the other half, and even single women to daven that whoever he is should have the merit of being in Uman Rosh Hashanah, so that it brushes off on her, even though it's still a potential possibility, hasn't yet come to actualization, but still somewhere out there she has her marriage partner there.